Sometimes life takes away the kindest people from us way too soon. Today we have a special cake for someone who is very special but unfortunately is no longer with us. I kept the design short and sweet with some white trim and pink flowers, and the flavor is cookie dough because that was her favorite. From our family and friends, happy 21st birthday to a beautiful angel in heaven. What do I do in my free time, or what are some of my hobbies when I'm not working at Dairy Queen? Well, to be honest, I don't have that much free time. I'm still in high school, and Dairy Queen is kind of like my second home at this point. I go in before school in the mornings, sometimes I go in the afternoon on my lunch, then I have shifts at night, and then I have to go in after close some nights. But when I do find some free time, I usually read. I have a huge bookshelf in my room. I will play with my dogs, or I will watch New Girl on Netflix. I need your help, so just listen quickly. So recently I became friends with these two amazing people on TikTok, Courtney and Steven, and they both work for Steven's family-owned McDonald's, which I thought was so cool since I work for my family's Dairy Queens. Anyways, he has a very important interview today but couldn't see family and friends due to COVID, so everyone, can you please wish him good luck in the comments? Has a customer ever gotten mad because I was filming in the store, and what happened? So no one's ever gotten mad, but I did have a guy come in once and he just didn't know what to make out of it. He was just kind of confused as to what I was doing, so he asked. At the time, I didn't really know what to say, and I don't know why I was like that, but I didn't think he knew what TikTok was, so I just went with, oh, I'm just filming some training videos, and that answer seemed to satisfy him. This is a test. Yes, another one to try and figure out who can guess what celebrity, what TV show, or what movie this cake is based off of simply by the way I decorated it. The customer actually came up with the design for the cake, which I thought was so cool, so I just replicated it on the top. So it has a zebra print on the back, a mouth with a tongue sticking out, and then a block letter font. I love how it turned out, but I'm super intrigued if you guys are going to get it right. Good luck. This is a test. Just by watching how I decorate this cake, you have to guess what movie, book, TV show, person, celebrity it is based off of. So first I drew on the New York skyline, a brown couch, and a white coffee cup, and then I did a purple border on the bottom and the top. Now if you don't already know at this point, you'll probably guess when I start doing the writing, but if you don't, stay tuned for the answer. Happy birthday, Michaela. You know, a lot of people like to point out that I pronounce certain words wrong, but in reality I am just Canadian, so here's my pronunciation of the following words. Boro, Toronto, caramel, produce, sorry, about, pasta, and lever. How do you say them? Today we are back with another test, and if you're new here, all you have to do is watch how I decorate the cake and try to guess what celebrity, movie, book, or TV show it is based off of. Now, in my opinion, this one is relatively easy. You have some kids biking on the top of the cake, some Christmas lights with lettering underneath, and some waffles on the side of the cake. Good luck. Okay, we really have to talk about something here. Pause the video if you need to read it, but why is it so surprising that I like Marvel? I mean, who doesn't like Marvel? If you like DC better than Marvel, what are you doing with your life? If you like DC better, unfollow me right now. Okay, that might be a tad dramatic, don't do that, but come on, it's Marvel. My whole For You page is Marvel, I've seen every movie, and now I'm curious as to what you guys think my favorite characters are. What is the most annoying thing that a customer can say? You'd be surprised by the amount of people who actually do this, but it's when they walk in all confident and ask for a snack size Oreo McFlurry. So as much as I love McDonald's, this isn't McDonald's, this is Dairy Queen, a place where we serve blizzards and not McFlurries. So I've created a sort of bucket list of things to do or learn because lately every day feels the exact same, and I've done this with the help of Amphy, which is a live online learning platform. They have classes for literally anything: baking, fitness, marketing tips, sign language, anything. So click the link in my bio, sign up for free, check them out, and when you click this link, you'll get $10 off your first class. Does my boss know about this account? Okay, I've been kind of scared to answer this question because they don't. I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet, but they've never brought it up to me, so I don't think they know. I'm sure half of you already know this, but that was a complete joke. My family actually owns the store that I work at, which makes my parents my bosses, which means they obviously know about the account. In the beginning, they were unsure about TikTok, but now they honestly love the account. Have you ever said no to a customer? Like a customer says to decorate an ice cream cake with icing that you don't have. Truthfully, I don't like saying no to customers. I will always try to make something work, but there are two colors of icing that I've tried to make so many times and it never works. First one is maroon. I have tried to mix purple and brown and red together so many times and it never works, and black is the other color. It always turns out gray or green. Lately, I have seen a lot of comments like this one. I have thick skin, it really doesn't bother me, but regardless, here is my response. This isn't Cake Boss. Although I like decorating cakes, I would not say it is my passion. I have never been an artistic person. When I decorate cakes, I have fun with it and I try my best. Although I don't love decorating cakes, what I love having is this platform and the connections and the voiceovers behind the videos. My cakes will never be close to perfect. They're not extravagant, but in the end, all that matters is that I like it and the customer likes it. Someone almost drove through the front of our Dairy Queen. So the other night I was working till midnight with a couple of my coworkers, and all of a sudden a huge truck speeds up to the front of the Dairy Queen and stops literally within a foot of the front door. He inched forward a little bit and then reversed and then put it back and drive and then reversed. And it was a weird cycle, so I went out to say, like, what the heck are you doing? And he was just sitting in his car staring at the Dairy Queen, not even talking, and then he just sped away. If I wasn't working at Dairy Queen, what other fast food restaurant would I want to work at? My first reaction to this is to say another ice cream place, but I don't think my arms are strong enough to scoop ice cream all day. So solely based on visiting places and the things that I like, I can see myself working at Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, or McDonald's. Last night I went into work, and the first thing that I always do is go back and check the TikTok orders to see if there's any new ones, and when I picked up the stack of orders, it was like picking up a book. There is so many orders, which I'm so happy to do and so thankful, but I am at my capacity. So I'm sorry, but I'm not taking any more TikTok orders for this week or weekend. Have I had every single Dairy Queen product? So I don't like cheesecake or chocolate, which encompass a lot of our products, so I don't get anything related to those two. But yes, I have tried pretty much everything because customers are always asking for opinions on what's good and not good, so I have to know what they taste like, but it's not more than a bite. Usually I tend to stick with Oreo or Reese. Sometimes my favorite cakes to decorate are the edible image cakes. Although they take less than 5 minutes, I love seeing all the pictures that people send in. Like this one, for example, probably one of my favorites because I could not stop smiling while I was decorating. I will never forget what my coach told me before a softball game that I had years and years ago. It's actually kind of a funny story now. So I showed up to the game wearing glasses, which I'd never done before because I didn't like to wear them when I played. The coach comes up to me and he says, "Nice glasses, maybe it will help you see the ball a little bit better." So yeah, that was awesome to hear right before a game. You know, I played for 5 years. I wasn't the best batter, but in the field I played third and I was pretty good. So I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, don't hate on this girl for assuming this, because if you're not Canadian, there's a good chance you probably don't know. So in Canada, there are 10 provinces, Ontario included, and 3 territories. They're pretty comparable to the states in the US regarding the fact that they all have smaller cities inside of them, such as Vancouver or Toronto. Okay, what is it with frogs? In the last 3 months, I've made about 10 frog-themed cakes, and I have no idea why. Now, about half of them are this Pinterest frog cake that was a trend that was going around, and the other ones just have like a gel image of a frog on top. They are super cute and fun to do, but again, I have no idea why they are so popular. Do my family and I get Dairy Queen cakes every year on our birthday? So almost 11 years ago, we opened up our first Dairy Queen, and that year we all got Dairy Queen cakes for our birthday, making it the first and last year that we did that. It's not that we don't like them, it's just that we bring them to every family function, so we do get kind of sick of them. So for our birthdays, we tend to stick with actual cake, butter tarts, or brownies. I loved doing this cake, but it was even more fun collaborating with another company to bring you guys a giveaway. Recently, I connected with Les, her husband, and her brother who own a chocolate bar company in Montreal, Canada. I love their products and their good vibes energy, and it was so nice to work with another family business. So we've decided to team up and do a giveaway for you guys, and what is a better duo than chocolate and ice cream? 10 people can win an $100 Dairy Queen gift card and MDS bars. All giveaway details will be on the Midday Squares TikTok page that I'll link below in the caption. I always answer your questions, so time to answer one of mine. What do you guys find more satisfying, when I decorate an original cake with colors and everything, or a blizzard cake like this one? Now, personally, I don't really notice things like that, but decorating this cake right here for Chase's 14th birthday was extra satisfying. We also want to give a big thank you to Chase's dad, who owns Wilson Climate Services and takes care of all of our DQ equipment. Around the world, Canadians are known to play hockey, but truth be told, I cannot skate. I tried a couple times, but it never really stuck, but that doesn't mean I don't love watching the sport. When my brother and I were younger, but still today, during the hockey season, whenever we get home from work or playing a sport, the Leafs game is pretty much always on, as our family is a huge fan. So you can imagine how happy I was when the Leafs reached out wanting me to make them a cake for when they hit 200K followers on TikTok. Is the paper on the dip cones edible? I have no idea where your parents got that from, but the paper is definitely not edible. There is a simple corn syrup that sticks the paper to the cone, and that is 100% edible. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous to see how this cake would turn out because I've never done flowers on a blizzard cake before, and two, I am not the best at icing flowers. The decorating instructions that I got was a strawberry blizzard cake decorated regularly with some added flowers. I didn't know what flowers they were talking about, so I went plain and simple with some white roses. In the end, it honestly turned out as one of my favorite cakes I've ever done. Am I in the TikTok Creator Fund? I know I've answered this question before, but there are a lot of new people here, so here we are again. The Creator Fund supposedly pays 3 to 5 cents per 1,000 views, and this would be the case for myself, except I am Canadian. For some reason, whether it's TikTok's decision or Canada's decision, we don't have the Creator Fund in Canada. So regardless of how many views I get no profit. It is all honestly just for fun. How long have my parents owned the business, and when did I start working for them? Long story short, almost 11 years ago, my parents opened up their first Dairy Queen on Rymel Road in Hamilton, Ontario, and I started working there not long after that. I wasn't making cakes or products or serving customers because I was only 9 or 10 years old. I was putting spoons in blizzards, and that was pretty much it. I officially started working at that store when I was 12 or 13, and then a year and a half ago, my parents opened up their second Dairy Queen where I am one of the assistant managers. Have I ever had to say no to a customer because what they wanted written on a cake was rude? Although it's rare, it does happen a couple times a month where someone comes in and they want swear words written on their cake or inappropriate drawings or an offensive statement. I will always say no, and my staff will do the same thing. Now, I politely offer to write happy birthday instead, and they almost always decline. Once in a blue moon, a customer will try to argue with me, but that's just the way it is. Have I ever dropped something trying to give a customer a blizzard, a cake, or anything? This will go down as one of the stupidest moments I've had from working at Dairy Queen. So the other day I was handing a cone out to the customer, and in my store we have plexiglass up all around the cash, and I guess I had a brain fart or something and forgot that it was up. And as I go to hand out the cone, I hit it right into the plexiglass. So no, I didn't drop it, but it had the same outcome. Does Dairy Queen have a secret menu? So technically, there is no official DQ secret menu like Starbucks has, but in my opinion, any blizzard that used to be on the menu that you can still order today would be considered a secret item. And the most common ones that we get ordered is Cookie Jar, which has Oreo, cookie dough, and hot fudge, and Banana Split, which has chocolate sauce, pineapple, strawberry, and bananas. I would not call myself an impulsive person. I like to plan out my plans before I actually do them. But somehow I found myself just a couple hours ago grabbing the scissors and chopping off 5 inches of my hair. Now, this whole idea came about last night when I just wanted shorter hair for some reason, but I was going to wait a month until the salons opened up and then I would have it done professionally, but somehow that didn't happen. I'm not sure if this experience made me less or more afraid of sharks. A couple years ago, my family and I were on vacation in Florida, and one day we went out to the beach, and I probably swam a little too far out in the ocean, but I was close to the pier, so I thought it was okay. At one point, I heard people yelling up on the pier, but didn't really care about it and swam back to shore after a couple minutes. My parents then told me that someone had caught a shark on the pier right where I was swimming, and then the shark broke the line. I honestly thought that I'd made a huge mistake when I was decorating this cake, and the funny thing is that I didn't even realize what I was doing until after I finished writing it. I normally only write happy birthday on cakes, but this one says good morning, so I thought I wrote it because it was early in the morning when I was doing it, so I was so scared that I made a mistake, but I double checked with the order and it was all good. When I was younger, my mom gave me a hug one morning and felt that I had lumps all around my rib cage and underneath my armpits. Right away, she thought tumors, and then her mind went to cancer. I was a little kid. I honestly didn't understand what was going on. She drove us right to the hospital, and after a couple tests, they ruled out cancer, but they said that truthfully, they didn't know what was wrong with me. A little while after, an intern came to check on me and noticed I had cuts and scratches all over my legs and my arms. He asked if I had a cat, and I replied with yes. Then it was official. They diagnosed me with cat scratch fever, a bacterial disease from cat scratches, so bet you didn't know that existed. What is the longest shift I've ever worked? So every year when a holiday rolls around, whether it's Christmas Eve, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, I usually work the entire day, and we are open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. But look